Ladies and gentlemen, Manchester United are back in the Premier League, and this time we are going to go and face West Ham with the crowd in attendance. West Ham fans are going to be up and buzzing about this game. Their first game with fans will be against Manchester United. There's no better time for West Ham to face us, and Manchester United, it's always good to have fans back, but can we win? And how important is this win against West Ham going to be for Manchester United? We will find out in this match prediction how I feel. So without further ado, let's do it. What's up, everybody? It's the Aidan Sports Show, and welcome back to another video. Today we've got a Manchester United versus West Ham match predictions video. Manchester United will be heading to London with the Bubbles, and hopefully Manchester United will be able to pop West Ham out of a win. But before we get started, please like and subscribe to the Aidan Sports Show YouTube channel, turn notifications on, and let me know in the comments below, are you confident about Manchester United's chances to win this game? And overall, do you think this win can carry over to a Champions League game where that is also a must win? How important is this game for Manchester United? Well, a victory here, if everything goes our way throughout the entire weekend, can take us into the top four. And the top four is a place where Manchester United should be. Fighting for a title is a place where Manchester United should be. There are very, very good teams ahead of us if we did end up going into the top four. And it's up to us to make sure we can keep on pace with them in hopes that some teams can slip up towards the end of the season. So Manchester United, a win against West Ham away from home will be ideal, will be lovely, and hopefully can happen. Now, Manchester United have been in a good run of form. Even against a loss with PSG, we played better than PSG. So that's just how football is sometimes, but hopefully we can carry over that type of performance into West Ham, and hopefully the benefit of the doubt goes our way and we can secure a victory against them. West Ham is a team that I think have had a decent run of form this season. They're a team that I thought would be in the relegation zone with how their ownership was a few months ago and how they were selling their best players. A lot of people were not happy with West Ham United, including West Ham United fans, and they look towards new ownership. Similar to Manchester United in some ways, we're looking for new ownership. We don't like the ownership that's in charge, and we feel like they're taking advantage of us. I'm pretty sure West Ham would feel the same way again at their owners, but they have they've done so well so far, and honestly, I'm happy for them. I'm happy for them considering the situation that they were in and the situation that we're in sometimes. I am happy for West Ham United. They have David Moyes as manager, I believe. He's done very, very well for them. Former Manchester United manager. We don't really rate him over on this side. But without that, this is going to be a match predictions. I'm going to predict the Manchester United starting 11 and my score prediction at the end of the video as always. So with that being said, this is a big victory if we could get it. This is a big game. We are going to see fans again, and that is always, whether it's an away fans or home fans, it's always a cause of celebration when the fans are going to come back to the game that they love. This game is nothing without fans. So Manchester United fans, West Ham fans, at this point it doesn't matter. I'm just happy that there's going to be fans there cheering on their teams the way that it should be, the way that it should always be for the future. With that being said, let's go into the Manchester United starting 11. In goal, I've gone with David De Gea. Look, Dean Henderson may very well only get one game in this time, because at the moment I just don't see where Dean Henderson gets his next game. It could be against Leipzig, it could be in the Carabao Cup game. I don't know the next opponent for Dean Henderson. If David De Gea is unfit, then of course Dean Henderson plays because he's that good. He can take David De Gea's spot, and there'll be little to no setback with that goalkeeper position. So I do think that Manchester United probably need to play Dean Henderson a little bit more, but at the end of the day, where are you going to find the game time for him? I think that's why people want him to go out on loan a lot, considering that he's not getting the game time that he probably should and deserves in this team so far. But again, we move on. David De Gea should be starting. Again, he is the better goalkeeper at this time. Had a few decent saves against PSG, but at the end of the day, hopefully he can carry over his great form into this game once again, as always. In the right back position, I've gone with Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Again, we don't have that much depth in the right back position. Aaron Wan-Bissaka was an injury decision based on PSG. I think he had a good game against PSG. He was one of the people that were in contention for man of the match. I personally gave Aidan Wan-Bissaka man of the match for that game. So hopefully he can come in and perform well. Again, with Aidan Wan-Bissaka, he's becoming a little bit inconsistent inconsistent, and it's something I don't want to see from him. I want to see him be consistent, as do many of our players. All of our players nearly are inconsistent as heck. So we need to see some consistency within this team and within these players especially. I think Aaron Wan-Bissaka needs to lead by example in that way, because for so long he was consistent, but I don't know where that's gone all of a sudden. But again, I rate the player, and I do think that he is a good player to have defensively, and I think with more time, obviously he's still very young, he will get that consistency as most of our players will, and we could see a better Manchester United team overall. The centre-back positions. First things first, of course, Victor Lindelof will play. Of course, Victor Lindelof will play. Now, I actually thought, despite what popular beliefs may say, I actually thought the defence, especially the centre-backs, Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof, had decent games against PSG. I do understand that 2 CDMs is why they probably have decent games, and that is 100% acceptable as an excuse why they're not good enough. Of course there is. But I think for the moment, you just don't drop the centre-backs, because we don't have that much in replacement. So Manchester United in the transfer window needs to look beyond this team for centre-backs. Twanzebe is a good option as a young centre-back that can play games, but he doesn't get selected anywhere near enough, and we don't exactly know his fitness at the moment. So we need to look for centre-backs in the transfer window, and somehow, some way, I just feel like we're not going to. But again, you never know. But hopefully we can, and we do need another centre-back, probably 2 centre-backs as well, for injury coverage once again, because Phil Jones or Rojo will not make the cut. We'll probably play a youth centre-back before we bring those 2 in. Moving on to Harry Maguire. Now, Harry Maguire has actually had a steady performance over the past few months, I would say, at least a month and a half, 2 months. He's steadily, gradually getting better, and that's exactly what you want to see. I still don't think he's the captain of Manchester United, like by his attitude, but I still think at the end of the day, with the centre-backs, and especially with Harry Maguire, especially with everything that he's been through this season, I do think the last month at least, he's been having decent games for Manchester United, and he's performed very well. He got man of the match, in my opinion, for Everton. I thought he was that good. I think he's been great overall for the past month again. So I want to see him continue to play. Again, I understand that him and Lindelof don't work that well together, and of course, when you think about it, on the grand scheme of things, if you're trying to win a Premier League title, if you're trying to go for top 4 even, these 2 centre-backs just might not be able to make the cut. But for the moment, what do we have that can make the cut? And that's the question. Even in the attacking force, everywhere, what do we have that will make the cut to win a Premier League title? And I'm pretty sure the answer is not much. Regardless of the position, we don't have enough to win the title. And I know we are technically in the title race right now, we just don't have enough to do it. So the fact of the matter is, Harry Maguire is probably the best that we have right now. So he needs to play, and hopefully in a year's time, in 2 years' time, we will see better players coming into this team and being able to make us better. But again, it's another thing where we wait and see. Harry Maguire, in my opinion, is a perfectly fine centre-back to play. Is he good enough for the top of the league? I don't know, but I think both of them together, the answer is no. Moving into the left-back position, I've gone with Alex Telles. Alex Telles was fairly decent against PSG. I thought he was one of our better players once again. I do think over the course of the few games, he's actually been fairly good for Manchester United. And why would I expect anything less? I mean, what you've seen with Porto is doing at Manchester United. So that's exactly what I want. I want to see attacking fullback. Now, I do think we're going to need better, we need positioning better attacking-wise for his crosses, because his crosses are good, but where's the people to actually deliver a cross to? That's why you don't see that many crosses from Alex Telles, but he could whip a ball in from basically anywhere. He could whip a good ball in. So we need to see more attacking presence in the box. We need to see more attacking ability in the box, more skill in the box, and hopefully we will be able to score more goals in a more different way than what we do. We're all counter-attack. We're not really a build-up team. I want to see a little bit of a build-up, and I think Alex Telles is definitely someone that will be able to do that for us. Moving into the CDMs, I think we're going to play a 4-2-3-1. That's the formation I believe Manchester United will play in this game. Again, it's West Ham. It's not the best attacking side out there, again, but they've scored a decent amount of goals this season. But I feel like we need to attack them just as much as they need to attack us. So, with that being said, I'm going to play Fred in the CDM position, the first CDM position. And the reason why is because he has a red card in the Champions League, which means that he will be unable to play against RP Leipzig. So, the fact of the matter is, Fred's going to get a break in the midweek. So we should play him now because he is a very important player for Manchester United. There is no reason just to say you're going to get benched against West Ham and then you're going to get benched against RP Leipzig because you physically have to. I don't like to see that. I want to see Fred play because he's a good player, he's an important player, and he makes us better. Whether you like it or not, he does make us better. Again, we do need better centre midfielders in this team. But until we get them, Fred is the best way to go in this team, and it's not even a question anymore. So I think Fred needs to play in this game, and I think we're going to severely miss him against RP Leipzig. Moving on next to him. Now, the person next to Fred, honestly, it could be anybody. I really don't know what Manchester United, what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, again, he talks about how he has hard team selections, but at the end of the day, I wouldn't play Scott McTominay in this game, but that's something that I believe he can do. I don't think he should be playing Paul Pogba next to him, but that's something I think he can do. So the team selection, I personally believe is Matic or Van de Beek, but I know Ole's not thinking in the same way. But for the sake of my sanity, I'm going to pick Donny Van de Beek. I don't understand why he drops him every second game. I don't get it. What has he done wrong? I understand you promised him game time, and yes, he's getting more game time. But why is he getting dropped? He is clearly levels above a lot of our midfielders that we have, and he's consistently better than some of the midfielders that we have. Yes, Paul Pogba is a better player than Donny Van de Beek, but what's the point in being a better player if you cannot be a better player consistently? At the end of the day, consistency reigns. We're trying to find consistency as a team. Consistency equals consistent players. Play your players consistently and they will get better. Donny Van de Beek should be consistently playing, and every time he has played, we've been better. So play him. There's no excuses. Every single time Donny Van de Beek doesn't play for Manchester United, it gets me one level lower in trusting Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Because Scott McTominay, look, I just don't agree with him starting. Nemanja Matic at the moment, I don't know where he is. He plays maybe one every 4 games. Paul Pogba has been injured, so I understand. But if we play Paul Pogba and he doesn't work, then at the end of the day, you've once again missed an opportunity with Donny Van de Beek. So again, he has big decisions to make, and a lot of people are judging him based on his decisions and not the results sometimes. So he's got a lot of work to do, but I want to see Donny Van de Beek play. In the camp position, I mean, do I even have to say it's Bruno Fernandes? Even in his worst performances, I mean, PSG was a bad performance and he didn't really impact the game, but Southampton was dreadful for him, and I'll keep on saying it. I don't care if you disagree with me or not. He was dreadful against Southampton, but he got a goal and an assist. And yes, those 2 key plays in the game won us the game, but he was dreadful. But when he makes a difference, he makes a difference. And sometimes you take those dreadful performances for the assist or the goal. That's just how football is sometimes. Kevin De Bruyne has had awful games for Manchester City, but he ends up getting 2 goals and an assist, or 2 assists and 2 goals. But he was awful throughout. And just that's how football is. So sometimes Bruno Fernandes, he's been one of the best midfielders in the Premier League, probably in the top 3 best midfielders in the Premier League right now. So you need to play a player like that every single Premier League game. There's no questions about it. The attacking 3. Now, once again, I have no idea what's going to happen with Cavani, but I still think he's available for this game. So I'm going to have to take that into consideration. But in the right wing, I've gone with Juan Mata. And the reason why I've gone with Juan Mata is I don't think Rashford's going to be fit for this game. And who are you going to play in the right wing? You have Mason Greenwood, who I think can do a job there, especially in a team against West Ham. Daniel James, I don't really want to see Daniel James play in this game because I feel like that's a counter-attack waiting to happen and not really a build-up play. And Marcus Rashford, if Marcus Rashford's fit, he plays, and it's simple as that. But according to what I've heard from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, again, he's barely trained. So I don't think he's going to be fit. So I want to put Juan Mata there. Even though Juan Mata is a poor decision, Juan Mata should be a number 10. I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to pick Juan Mata. I personally would pick Mason Greenwood, but I think Ole's going to pick Juan Mata. Juan Mata hasn't played in quite some time as well. So I think Ole's going to revert to his old tactics and hopefully they work out. If not, more criticism will come his way. In the left wing, I've gone with Anthony Martial. This is put up or shut up now for Anthony Martial. I can defend him all I want, considering the talent that he has and the ability that he has. But once again, if you're talking about consistency, Martial needs to be more consistent in a Manchester United shirt. It's as simple as that. There's no defending how bad he was against PSG, the missed opportunities that he should have put away. In the high level of football, you need to tuck those away. And more often than not, he will. But in this situation, Martial has had a very bad start to the season. We need to see more consistency out of Martial. He needs to pick things up. At the end of the day, players like Martial, Harry Maguire, even Scott McTominay, Rashford, especially Rashford, inconsistencies, which determines inconsistent results. Martial needs to step it up. He's a fantastic player in my opinion. Everything that he does off the ball, everything that he does in terms of the hold-up play is fantastic. But when your role is a left wing, a striker that likes to cut in, and especially on the left wing, he cuts in a lot. If he can't create an assist or he can't score a goal, then of course he's not that consistent. And we need to see more consistency out of that left wing position, both in all attacking senses, to be honest, even up front at the striker position. So Martial, this is the time, man. We cannot keep waiting for Martial to get his form back. He needs to do it now. He needs to do it tomorrow against West Ham. He needs to step up the plate. He needs to rise to the occasion. That striker position for Martial is in trouble because Cavani's probably going to be there for the majority of the games now. He's lost his number 9 position in many people's eyes. But if he wants to get it back, it's now. It's put up or shut up, and it's time to do it now. Up front, I've gone with Edinson Cavani. Once again, I have no idea what the decision is for Edinson Cavani. Can he play? Can he not? According to my knowledge, he is eligible to play this game. They haven't made a decision on if he's getting a ban or not, if he's getting a fine. I have no idea what's going to happen with Edinson Cavani. But according to my knowledge, he should be eligible to play. So I'm going to pick him. And I think you pick Edinson Cavani until they make a decision. If the decision is they're not going to ban him and it's just a fine or something, then fair enough. We keep playing him because he is a good striker. And I do think he can make the difference on any given day. If he does get banned, then of course you have Martial up front. You can put Mason Greenwood back into the team. You still have Juan Mata. We're not the best attacking side at the moment at Manchester United. We can be at times, but at times we can just not break a team down. So we're just going to have to trust in the players that we have until we can get better players. It's as simple as that. I don't think anybody in this team is free from getting dropped except for Bruno. So every single player on this team needs to fight, step up, and prove that they are good enough for this team. Now, West Ham have had a good run of form, so I don't expect this game to be easy. There's been a few times that West Ham has beaten us away from home. So I'm going to pick a 3-1 because I want Manchester United to be dominant in this game. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said specifically that even in the loss, the performances have been better. Well, if the performances are better, then I expect a better result against a team like West Ham. No matter how good they are, the teams that they face, the position they are in the league, the fact of the matter is, if we're saying that the performances have been great, Manchester United had great performances, we've just been unlucky. West Brom was a terrible performance. PSG was a good performance. If Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is saying we're getting consistently better in performances, I expect a good performance here and I expect a good result. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is right now talking. He is saying that we are a better team than previously. It's time to prove it. Put up or shut up. That's the way that I see it. At Manchester United, it's time to put up and it's time to back it up. So that is the team. That's the result I'm going with. Manchester United versus West Ham. I will be very excited to see the fans, even though they won't be Man United fans. Of course, I want fans to be at the ground. So it might be a disadvantage for us, and that's fine. At the end of the day, we are a good team and we should be beating them regardless if there's fans or not. So I'm not going to put that as an excuse. Maybe Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will, but I'm not going to do that. So we should be winning this game, and I think that we could win this game. We will win this game. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're new. For a very long video, I do apologize. I also apologize once again for not uploading my Manchester United PSG match reaction because of the corrupted video. All of the footage that I did record, and I really had some good things to say. I honestly did. I disagree with a lot of people when I read some of the articles, watched some videos. I disagree with a lot of people, and I thought that would have been very unique. But unfortunately, the video just got corrupted. I couldn't upload it. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. Again, these are things that are out of my control. I wasn't going to make another video because my reaction is my reaction. I'm not going to fake a reaction for the sake of having the video up there. Anyway, have a wonderful and safe day, Manchester United fans. I'll see you in the Manchester United versus West Ham match reaction, hopefully. Have a wonderful day. Take care and peace.